Hey, hello everyone. In the last video, we saw what is the log shipping, and what are the prerequisites for log shipping, and in which edition log shipping support, and advantage and disadvantage of log shipping. In this video, we will learn how to implementation the log shipping. Okay, how to configure and how to implement the log shipping. uh, as the same in last video, this is our last video's image. Okay, I revised once little brief description about log shipping. For example, this is my primary server and this is my secondary server. I have one two more secondary server. This is my monitoring server. In the log shipping, the transaction logs are backup on primary server on schedule time, and then it is copy and restore to one or more secondary server. This is the log shipping, and for log shipping we require three jobs will be created. First is backup job. Backup job is created on primary server, and copy and restore job will created on secondary server. Okay, and I have one domain controller. This is my, for example, this is my SQL1 is my primary server, SQL2 is my secondary server, and SQL3 is my monitoring server. For example, this is SQL1, SQL2, this is my secondary server, or SQL3, this is my monitoring server. In real time scenario in the companies, there will be the name will be different of your environment. Okay, so the naming conversation. And secondary server, we can in SQL server, the secondary server will be in restoring mode or standby mode. We already discussed these things, and I will configure same things. I will show you both mode of this secondary server, restoring and standby. Okay, for our environment, consider that R is the SQL1 is our production server. Okay, SQL2 and SQL2 is our log shipping secondary server, and SQL3 is our monitoring server. For the shared drive, I have created one shared drive on DC that called this is the path where on the DC I have created a shared disk, and where I created the log shipping folder with the different databases. In the real time scenario, in your company, all the companies have the different kind of methods, but most probably companies are follow this way. They are created one storage server where all the log shipping will run. It's a shared drive, and I have administrator rights, or I have full rights to this server, all read, write, and all access to this shared drive. Okay, or shared folder. And as I discussed, we require two folder, copy, and this is my copy folder for this database, whichever you log shipping configure, or this database. In this I have two folder. You need to create two folders, backup and copy and restore. Okay, the backup and copy and restore folders. Now this is my primary server. SQL is your production server or primary server. I want to configure GMTL database as a and secondary with restoring mode. First we will see how to configure restoring mode, and second we see how to configure the standby mode. Okay, if you don't have the backup copy of secondary server, then it is okay. While configure, you can SQL server take automatically backup of your primary server to the secondary server. Okay, when you configure the log shipping, you just right click of your database, go to the task and click of ship transaction log. Okay, in the shift transaction log, okay, if shift transaction log, there is a transaction log shipping, and you must enable this as a primary database in log shipping configuration. This is your primary shipping, and these backup setting means you have right now you are configuration the backup job setting, network part of backup folder. I just configured these things, and this is my no the gmtl. I have backup. The backup will be generated in this folder. Okay, the backup will be generated in this folder, and as per I discussed, I told you the delete file older than 72 hours, we can change it. Whatever you configure, you can customize it. Okay, and the name of the backup job, log shipping backup, and database name, you can schedule it. I schedule it for 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes the transaction log backup will be run. Okay, this is my its configure, and set backup comparison. I just select its comparison method. Okay, and I just select okay. Now your backup SQL Server agent job has configured. Now in the secondary server, here what is here is mentioned secondary server. You just add your secondary server. Okay, you connect. I just want to connect second SQL2 is my secondary server. I select it, and yes, in the, here is a three options. Yes, generate full backup of your primary server database, restore into secondary server. SQL server automatically generate the full backup of this server, this database gmtl, and restore it. Yes, restore an existing backup of primary server into secondary database. You can manually also take the full backup and restore to the secondary server. Then you need to select these things, and no, the secondary server is already initialized. When you take the full backup and restore to secondary server, and if you configure, but I don't take the backup and restore it. I want to select this option. First, generate a full backup from primary server and restore to the secondary server. Copy folder. The copy folder, I select this shared drive gmlt copy, and the copy job will be run on this folder. We can also schedule it. I select a backup job is 5 minutes, and after 2 minutes it will generate. Every 7 minutes copy job will be run, and it do same things. After 72 hours it will be delete automatically transaction log backup. You just old backup, old transaction log backup after 72 hours. You can configure it also, and you can change it, you can customize it also. Okay, and its name is ls copy SQL gmlt1, and this job will be created, copy job will be created on secondary server. Now restoration transaction log, and as we discussed on the restoration on secondary server, no recovery mode. No, in this mode user cannot write and connect to the database. Is it in restoring mode and standby mode? Second is standby mode. In this case, the user can log in and fetch the data from database, and user are able to write the queries. Okay, so now we are select no recovery mode, and the job name is ls restore SQL1 SQL. We can schedule it. I will put the name, I will configure this job run every 10 minutes. Okay, and its name is that. All the other option I will remain as it is, as default. Okay, just select OK. I schedule it. I just click it. Your secondary database, secondary copy and restore job is scheduled. Now I want to add the monitor server, that is my SQL3. So just click on add user monitor server instance, go to the setting, connect to the monitoring server. Here is my third 3, SQL3 is my monitoring server. Connect it, and by default use the proxy. The name is ls alert SQL3. I just click on OK. I remain all the things are as it is. If you want to generate the script, you just click on the script. You can create a script also, and you lock shipping, you will save it as it is, save it. Okay, and just click OK. Your lock shipping configuration will be start. Your log shipping as configured has been successfully. You just check the report. You can view the report, backup primary database, restoring backup to the secondary database successfully, saving secondary destination configuration successfully, saving primary backup setup successfully, saving monitoring configuration. Okay, now just close, and now you can see the 3 jobs will be created. First, backup job will be created on primary server. You just see the backup job is created on the primary server, and in the secondary server the database in the GMLT in restoring mode, and 2 jobs has been created here in secondary. You just refresh it, check that you can create copy and restore job. This is the way to configure the log shipping. Okay, is the first method. And now, and third is in the third server we got the in the third server we just got the one job called alert job. This is the alert job. Okay, 3 jobs is created on 3 different servers, and from these 3 SQL agent job the log shipping will work. Okay, in the restoring mode user cannot connect. Okay, and user cannot, the database is not in accesses in restoring mode. Now we will see, and now we can check that in the folder, in the share folder, the backup, in the share folder the backup has created for the restoration. Now if you run the transaction log backup, if you run this agent, if you run this backup agent, then the transaction log backup will be created. So it will take some time. Okay, so we learn successfully. Release GMLT backup. Here the transaction log has created. Okay, like same the restore, and in the same the copy and restore this. Now I am running the secondary copy job. Okay, start this copy. it will take some time. Just pause the video for the second day. The ls copy job is successfully run successfully. You just check that on the server. Share drive, log shipping, gmtl. This job is copied from your backup folder to restore folder. Copy and restore folder. Now when you run the restore job, this transaction log file has restored to primary to secondary server. Yeah, the restore job has run successfully. Okay, but in this mode, user cannot access this GMLT database. It's not accessible. Now we can configure the log shipping with standby mode. Okay, we will do the same activity, but the secondary server will be a standby mode. Okay, now I have a database called differential backup. Okay, differential backup. I configure log shipping, go to the database, go to the task, go to the ship transaction log, select enable as a primary database. I just share drive. I go to the log shipping, differential backup, copy path. You just share drive, copy of your data, copy of your share path. Distance, I just schedule it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, every 5 minutes this job will be run. Just okay, I schedule it. I compress the backup, transaction log backup, select okay. Now I'm adding the secondary server. I am adding the secondary server. I have SQL2 is my secondary server. Connect it. Yes, I generate the full backup of primary database and restore it into second database. Okay, copy file, copy. I just want to copy backup, copy path. Yes, go to the folder. I've scheduled it in every 7 minutes. Okay, remaining all the option as it is. Now sending transaction log with standby, disconnected user in the database when restoring. So these are the options. If you want, select the disconnect user in the database when you restoring. While restoring, the user will be disconnected. Okay, but I am not selecting this as it is. I am scheduling it every 10 minutes. Okay, all the remaining option I will remain as it is. Okay, and select okay. Use monitoring server, connect it. In our case, SQL3 is our monitoring server. Okay, I just select configure. Your configuration has been successfully. Go to the close. Now refresh your database, refresh your instance. Now you can see GMLT one job, SQL agent job has created, ls backup, and on the secondary the differential backup has created with the standby mode. This is the standby read on remove, and two agent SQL agent job has created. First is ls copy and second is ls restore. Okay, in this mode user can log in and fetch the data. Like I am using, for example, use diff, select a differential backup, and I can write the query against. In this I have table T1. I just run the query. user can write the data in this way. Okay, and all the SQL agent job will be run as per their scheduled time. And in the monitoring server, you can take that the one monitoring server, one SQL agent job will be created. Okay, this is the way you can configure log shipping, either standby or restoring mode. In the next video, I will show you how to monitor the log shipping. Okay, thank you for watching this video.